Hot take. Can we beat up people? Can we make it legal to beat up people who deserve it? And by deserve it, I mean, of course, my lovely sister who never does anything wrong. She's just so... she's just a baby. She never done anything wrong in her life, you know? And I'm the crazy one. Sorry, I had to change my shirt because I was sweaty from getting worked up about this. So she is the worst person. And I know you guys probably think, you probably don't say it out loud because, you know, it seems like an exaggeration, but it really isn't. She really is the worst person ever, and I need to explain why. In events that happened, not even today, tonight, in the past 2 hours. Also, don't mind my third eye. I had an unfortunate incident with a blackhead last night, and it won. So that might scar, but it's okay. School's only in 2 weeks. Hopefully it'll be gone by then. But anyway, moving on to the topic at hand. She's the worst. And I was gonna explain it to you. I'm sorry. My head is all over the place. Okay, so to start, I tried to brush up my things. I'm gonna start with a general thing that she does, and she tends to do. She never listens to anybody, and especially me, right? Because sometimes if my mom words it very nicely, or it's something that she doesn't completely not hate doing, well, and that's actually generous. Sorry, I hit the fridge key in here. That's story for later. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, she'll do things if she's not if she's not at all opposed to it, if my mom tells her to do it, and sometimes if my dad tells her to do it because they're authority or whatever. And is whenever anyone asks her to do anything, for a teacher asked her to do the dishes, she'd probably do the dishes, you know? But when I ask her to do the dishes, I get told to go fuck myself and shoot myself in the head. That's not even an over-exaggeration. She's never told me to go fuck myself, but the amount of times I've heard to kill myself, I've started debating it a little. Just a little, but I started debating it. Hold on, let me pause while I catch my thoughts. Right, that's where I was. Okay, so I don't know if y'all have heard of ODD, Oppositional Defiant Disorder. I had to do a project on it in health last year, and my God, I chose it because I was oppositional defiant disorder, that kind of sounds like it might be my sister. So I'm going to take a look into it because maybe, you know? So I did, and it did kind of sound a lot more like her. At the time, it sounded like a bit less because I was still kind of seeing her through rose-colored glasses, and I didn't want to admit that she was a bad person. But now I've crossed over to the side where it's just everything she does pisses me off. Everything she does is annoying. Everything she does is obviously a segue into something else. Either her getting something she wants or her getting something she wants. So ODD. That's, if you don't understand what it is, I'm sure you can guess from the title. We're not stupid here, but oppositional defiant disorder. You're a child that just can't, you cannot follow orders, you cannot follow instructions, directions, and you just want to rebel. You don't want to listen to anything at all, and that does sound like her, because honestly, I've been hearing it a lot more, with my mom. I'm so sorry, I keep blanking right now. I'm thinking about things that I want to say in the future, and I'm not. Okay, I'm gonna write some things down just to remember. Okay, so I got down a little bit of a list here, just to go down, just to go off of. Okay, so the ODD, yeah. Oppositional disorder. Where am I going with this? She never listens. And, like, when she does listen to something that my mom or my dad tells her to do, it's never without a fight. Like, she always has to say something. Like, okay, for example, this morning, my mom tells her to move her painted t-shirt off of the kitchen counter because she's working on her Ren Fair costume. And it's like wet paint on the counter. And my sister was like, don't touch it! Don't touch it! And my mom was just touching it because she's like, what is this? She's like showing it to her. She's not touching the paint, mind you. The paint is not being smudged. But my sister's getting so mad at her, and she couldn't just say, okay, that's my bad, I'll move it off the counter. No, she had to turn it around and put the blame on my mom because my mom touched it. So therefore, her thing cancels out, and none of them are in the wrong, even though she was in the wrong. She's not in the wrong for putting it on the counter, even though it's like kind of common sense. She was in the wrong for reacting the way she did, right? And she didn't want to accept it. Oh yeah, and to add on top of that, my mom was saying, like, you know, she's like, it's Oli. Oli, she painted on the counter for Christmas. Because I was painting my dad's, like, Christmas shirt. And when I came in and I was like, hey, do you have something under that? And I was like, yep, and I showed her, because I already put it under there, because I know in my head, I'm, like, thinking, why would I paint on this counter without putting something to protect it underneath, you know? And my sister's like, okay, my sister brought that up, actually, because this is important. She brought that up. She's like, well, why was she able to paint on the counter? My mom was like, well, because she did it responsibly. And then later, they're talking about, they're still fighting, but the topic shifted. And, oh yeah, my mom was like, she was like, you need help, because I don't know what's going on up there, you need help. And my sister was like, I've been trying to get it, but you're too lazy, you don't want to get help for me. My mom was like, I offered it to you, I offered, like, online, like, Zoom therapy or whatever. And my sister's like, I don't want online. And my mom was like, well, she did it, she's doing it, because I'm doing online therapy or whatever. It's not like therapy, it's just like stress management or whatever, but same difference anyway. And my sister's like, why are you always comparing me to her? Like, I'm my own person, and you just always compare me to her because she's so perfect. You did it first. You did it first. And when I tell you she's actually crazy, you can't even have a conversation without her because she's just fucking insane. And then she never listens to me specifically. I feel like I already said that. I'm sorry, this video is like really long. You can put this in two times speed or whatever, but like if anyone really wants to listen to a rant video, listen to this, because I have things I have to say. Well, not really, because I keep stuttering, but I have a point that I'm getting to. She never listens to me because she's always like, you're not my mom. You're not in charge of me. Well, fuck me. Sorry for asking you to move out of the way so I can get by. Guess I should have known. That I don't have the authority to do that. Didn't realize I needed to fucking scan my ID. Like, FBI, let me pass. Like, the fuck do you want me to do? And that was like from the airport, by the way. She was standing in someone's way, and I kind of like grabbed her shoulder to move her out of the way. She's like, don't touch me! Don't tell me what to do! Okay, let me take a breather. Yeah. To go along with the fact that she never listens to me, she's always insulting me whenever I ask her to do something. Like, I was gonna make pasta for dinner, but then it got too late and my parents were about to leave, and honestly, I was too lazy. I didn't really want to make it, but we did have leftover soup. I'm about to go on a soup tangent. In Romanian, there's supa, which is soup, and ciorba, which is like a different kind of soup. It's a little more savory. It's like different, but there's different kinds of ciorba, and this is de perișoare, which is meatball. So it's called meatball soup. When you imagine it, just think of like liquidy stew. It's like if stew and soup had a baby. So it's not like Swedish like soup typically. Anyway, I'm sorry. So we had that. We had it left over from a couple days ago. My mom made it. Fucking delicious. Bomb ass shit. It's like one of my favorites ever. But my sister doesn't want it. And suddenly she's not hungry. Which is really weird because it seemed like she was hungry about 5 minutes ago when I told her I was gonna make like fucking spaghetti. So anyway, she's like, I'm not hungry. And like, okay, whatever. My mom told us to do chores. We have a big pile of dishes in the sink that needs to be done. And I was like, that's her chore. That's typically her chore. And my chore is vacuuming. So I was like, how about you unload the dishwasher and load it as full as you can. And then I'll vacuum and I'll hand wash everything. And she's like, okay, I wasn't gonna like hand wash anyway. Because I didn't really want to do that. And that's not really part of the job. Okay, so doing the dishes means doing every dish. So here I was thinking I was being nice, you know, but even with me being nice, she still finds some way to fucking shit on me. So, but fine, I can't take it back now because otherwise she's gonna like hit me with a pan or something. So, and then I was thinking, well, she obviously just didn't want the stew, but if we're gonna lie, might as well stick with the lie. You're not hungry? I'm locking the fridge. We have like a bike lock that we used to lock the fridge. And I told her, I was like, I'm putting the soup back in here. I'm putting the sour cream back. Or wait, no, I didn't put the sour cream back. I was like, I'll put the soup in here. I'm locking it. If you're not hungry, you're just not going to eat anything else. And if you're hungry, just come to me and I'll open the fridge for you. And she's like, the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you do that? You don't get to control what I eat. You don't get to control what I eat. So we had a perfectly good dinner. And okay, this might be a little whatever, because I know I wouldn't like it if I didn't want to eat something and like someone just locks it because they're like, oh, if you don't want to eat that, then you don't get to eat anything else. But I don't know, I feel like if I say I'm not hungry, that's kind of on me. Like I should say I just don't want that, I want something else, but she couldn't say it. No, she could not say that. She had to say I'm just not hungry, because she said that the first time, and if she changed her story, that means she would have been wrong the first time, and she hates being wrong. Do you understand the psychology behind that? She hates being wrong. So anyway, I locked the pantry, and she's yelling at me, she's berating me, trying to get me to kill myself again. But I'm just ignoring her, because whatever. So then I go and finish eating my dinner, because I did this like while I was eating, and then I noticed I didn't put the sour cream back, so I got up and I was like, whoop-de-doo, forgot to put the sour cream back. And she's like, yeah, because you're so stupid. You're so stupid, you didn't even put it back. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm never opening this again. Even if we have fucking raw chicken left out here, okay? I'm not opening this again. And that means not if you're hungry. So I'm fidgeting with this. She's like pissed off at me. So I sit down and start eating again after I put the sour cream back. And then I'm like, so, because she's just sitting on the couch, she said, we were being a little bit nice before that, she's like, I'm gonna put on a little AP Bio, which is a show we watch, like while we eat, or while whatever, and so, but she's just sitting on the couch watching TikTok, like the TV's on, the amp is on, she's not watching anything. So I'm like, hey, if you're not gonna eat and you're not doing anything, can you get started on the dishes? She's like, I'll do it when you leave this stinky ass room you're in, which is probably like that because you're in it, by the way. I kid you not, that's like verbatim what she said. That doesn't even make sense. Like grammatically, that didn't make sense. I'll do it when you leave this stinky ass room you're in, which is like that because of you, by the way. Like, I get the point you're trying to make, but the execution was, it left a little to be desired. But anyway. God forbid I ask a girl to do some dishes. So I'm like, fine. I'll eat, I'll vacuum, and then I'll leave. Because the dishes have to be, like, done and have the hand washers in the sink for me to hand wash. So I finish eating. I put this in my pants because this doesn't have pockets. That's irrelevant. Why am I telling you that? And I leave and I vacuum the whole house. And when I get to the living room, I walk in front of her. I turn the amp off. And she just, like, glares at me like, well, you weren't watching TV. So why is that on? If the amp is on for too long, it could break, by the way. So that's why we turn it off when we're not using it. But she's, like, mad at me. And she's still on her phone, like Like, okay, can we fucking jingle, come back to me. Can you at least death glare me without breaking eye contact? Or is that just too much for your little attention span? And by the way, about that attention span, it's non-existent. It's non-existent. Because you know what? She doesn't have attention when people are lecturing her. She only has attention when she's lecturing other people. Mind you, when she's mad, she yaps and you know, and because she likes hearing her own voice. She likes watching the thoughts dissipate after she has them, because she can't fucking retain a good idea for more than half a second. But anyway, yeah. So she doesn't listen to other people talking to her. She doesn't watch the videos I show her. Like, if I'm showing her a short video, I'm like, it's 30 seconds. Just watch this Byler edit, and I swear to God, I'll leave you alone. She's looking at it. This is my phone. This is her phone. She's like, that hurts my feelings, man. How is your attention span so bad you can't even watch a TikTok? Huh? But anyway, so yeah, the fridge key, she's mad at me. She mocks me all the time. Honestly, I just started shutting her out, but this is so stupid. I might start a GoFundMe, seriously, so I can get like a tiny little voice recorder, like little spy gadget. Keep it on like a necklace or like in my pocket or whatever. So whenever I talk to her, I can just like beep and then voice record everything. Because I have voice recordings on my phone that I take during fights, and I record them just so I can listen back later and make sure that I'm not fucking crazy. That she gaslights and manipulates and just fucks up everyone around her mentally, because she fucking talks in circles, and then if she's losing in a fight because there's a point that doesn't make sense or whatever, or if she is able to play the no one loves me card, or the I'm the younger sibling card, or everyone compares me to her card, she will find something that will either defend her or, like, what is it called? Incriminate the other person and latch onto that. She will use that for the rest of the argument. And if you're having like a 30-minute long argument, she will find this at minute 23. Like, this will not come up at all in the meat of the argument, but at the end, when she's obviously losing, she'll find something. She'll be like, you guys don't hang out with me, you guys don't spend time with me, and then she will hold on to that until you fucking pry it out of her cold dead hands, which you can't, because it's not legal to beat people up who deserve it. Back to my argument, do you get what I'm saying though? Like, and then because of all this, I can't even stand her when she's being normal, because everything is just so obvious. She's seeking attention. She wants something out of people. It's like earlier this morning, we were talking about how August 14th, next Thursday, me and my sister are going to go hang out with our grandma. We're going to go bowling and eat lunch or whatever. And me and my mom were talking in the dining room. And if you guys know the layout of my house, there's a dining room, and then the other room is the art room. She was in the art room working on her Ren Fair costume, which is another thing. And we're talking, it's like, oh, August 14th, oh, I have swim practice that day, so that's a night thing, so it'll probably have to be a lunch thing. And oh my gosh, I have time trials that day, and whatever. And my sister's from the other room, she's like, wait, what day is that happening? Clearly having heard everything we were saying, by the way. And my mom was like, that's next Thursday. And my sister's like, oh, August 14th? There's no way in fucking hell that you knew off the top of your head that it was August 14th. You were listening to the conversation, you heard that it's going to be on August 14th, and you're just trying to insert yourself in some way. And it was so innocent, but I still got upset. I didn't say anything. God forbid, I didn't say anything. But I heard it, I noted it in my head, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is like proof. Everything she does is for attention or to get something. Everything. And it reminds me of that time we were eating dinner and my mom was eating like shrimp pasta out of a glass bowl, and my sister, who was sitting right next to her, was like, what are you eating? What am I eating? Great question, Noelle. What, like, hey, what are you holding? My will to live. What? Not anymore. Fuck you mean? Like, everything she does is just, okay. Oh, and the Ren Fair thing? She's currently working on her Ren Fair costume. She's gonna be Isha. She's gonna be so cool in her stupid fucking Isha costume. But she's been working on it all day, and her shit is all over the house. Like, she's got shit in the art room. It's fucking covered everywhere. In the kitchen, on the counter, in the kitchen, on the dining table, and she's just been walking around. Like, she's in the art room, and she's working on stuff in the dining room, and she leaves it all there. And then she comes upstairs to her room to work on more stuff, and then she just goes elsewhere to watch TikTok. And there's like 3 major stations where she just leaves her shit and she's not picking it up behind her. So I was like, when I was coming upstairs after vacuuming, I was like, hey, also, by the way, can you clean up all that stuff? She's like, yeah, I'll clean up all the stuff from the costume I'm still working on. Really? You don't look like you're working on it. You don't... Man, I've never understood, like, wanting to be away from your family. I was always like, man, I'm so blessed to have a family that I love and want to be around. But this summer fucking completely changed that. I cannot wait to move out. I can't wait to go to college and university. I can't wait to go back to school. And school has probably a longer track record of hurting my mental health than my sister does. That's actually untrue. I've had more mental breakdowns about my sister than I have had about school. Actually, I want to say 80 or 90% of my mental breakdowns are because of my sister. I can't wait to leave. Everywhere, it's like, hey, you want to go somewhere? If I'm not already going somewhere, or if I'm not working, I do want to fucking go with you. Get me the fuck out of here. I hate this place. And I feel bad, because I love my mom and my dad, but I cannot be around my sister. And she's like the only person in this house that doesn't have fucking something. She cannot entertain herself. Her whole existence thrives off of feeding off of other people, whether that be in a positive way or a negative way. She's always seeking attention, whether that be through coddling or through fights. Like, it doesn't fucking matter to her. As long as someone is paying attention to her, she's fine. And I can't even ignore her because then she gets mad. And I don't want to sound like I'm just such a good person, but I'm so empathic. Like, I feel bad for everyone, for any reason, and I am very ashamed to admit this, but I saw that clip of Trump at his birthday parade where he looked sad, and I actually felt so bad for him, which is not a good thing, because he's horrible, and I fucking hate him, but I did feel a little bit bad for him, because at the end of the day, we're all just people, and I don't support him at all, but I don't know. I didn't want to feel bad for him. I just feel bad for people. But when my sister's being normal, and she's not being horrible, I feel bad for treating her the way I do treat her. But I feel like when I'm walking on eggshells with her, because at this point, if everything she does, like, I see right through it and I can't deal with it, she'll say something. She will always say something that, like, takes me off. And then I'll reply in a not so nice way. Not even not so nice, just like in a slightly off way that she won't like. And she'll be mad, and I can't stop because I can't just let her get away with this. It's literally, I don't want to sound like, it's literally my sister. It's such a non-issue. But I can't let it go without getting justice in a way. Even though deep down I know she'll never fucking listen. Because she's not normal. She's not sane. But I still can't let it go. And sometimes I make jokes about her. Not about her, but it's like, you know, with your siblings, it's like, if they do something funny or stupid or whatever, it's like, oh, haha, you just did that. And you guys laugh together because you're siblings. I can't have that. Because she makes fun of me all the time. Don't know if it's a joke or not. I can't make fun of her because she's too sensitive. She can't take it. But every time I try, and it turns into a fight, My parents get mad at me. They're like, you know, you didn't have to say that. Well, it's like, I know I didn't have to say that, but every time I say something, I'm holding out a little bit of hope that maybe I'll get a normal response and I'll have a normal sister, but never, never. I'm sorry I'm crying about this. This is so stupid. And the worst part is, after every fight, she just moves on. Like nothing happened. She can say the worst, most dehumanizing things to you, make you feel like an absolute piece of shit, to completely get rid of all your hope and ever having a normal family. And then she'll move on, and she'll act like all happy, all angelic, just waiting for the next time she can get something. And if you're still stuck on what happened half an hour ago, then that's grounds for another fight. Because why are you being so mean to her? I'm sorry. So, for Christmas, I want my sister to be nice to me. Uh-oh, back again. Well, thanks for watching, if you did. Ben, I feel like you're gonna comment on how you and your brother only fight each other physically, and that's great. Unfortunately, I get psychologically tortured and physically tortured. So if you ever want to switch, you know, just hit me up. We can, like, go through all the paperwork. Yeah. My tears taste salty. And I'm sorry if you had to sit through that, because I know I probably just went in circles, but I have very bad brain fog right now. And I'll be setting up that GoFundMe.